guys, continue lang natin yung discussion natin, and for today, ang topic na natin ay integration of powers of sine and cosine. So previously, ang diniscuss natin yung products ng sine and cosine, yung sine u, cosine v, involve u and v, magkaibang functions. Pero ito, magkaparehas na functions, pero may powers na na-involve. Napapansin nyo, nakaganyan yung ng camera para ma-utilize natin ng isang buo itong whiteboard. Kasi medyo mahaba yung solutions nito. Okay, so meron itong tatlong cases, pero yung una muna natin i-discuss ay yung first two. So, ang form nito ay ganito. Ito, parehas ng V, pero meron ng powers na involved. So, V is a differentiable function of X. Okay? So, bago tayo magsimula, halimbawa, ganito yung given. So, ito, solvable to using the power formula. U raised to n du. Ganun din ito. U raised to n du rin. Pero paano pag halimbawa, meron ng powers na involved itong cosine, tas ito, halimbawa yan ay maging 5 na, tas ito ay raised to 3. Hindi na natin magagamit yung power formula. Kasi parehas ng naka-raise sa certain power, ito at saka ito at saka ito. So dito na papasok yung method natin ng integration of powers of sine and cosine. This one, if so ito yung case 1, if m is odd and n is any number, express sine mv, ito lang, sine raised to mv as pabawasan natin ng isa, tapos ito yung isa na binawas natin. Kung magkakakaltasan natin, tapos ito. And use ayan. So ito galing po sa Pythagorean identities ng trigo. Okay? Actually, pag ito kinabisado mo yung mga words, medyo mahirap. Pero pag nagets mo yung technique, ayan, madadalian ka na lang. Ayan na, if m is odd and n is any number, yung sine raised to mv, kakaltasan natin ng isa, ito yun. Tapos ito yung kinaltasan. Tapos ito, papalitan natin nito. Depende sa degree. Kung ito ay 5 minus 1, 4. So, gagamitin natin to. Tapos naka-square pa yun. Sige, mag-example tayo. So, m is odd. 5. Tapos, n is any number. Let's say 2. Ayan. Pwede na tayo so, itong si sine raised to m ay sine raised to 5x. Gagawin natin ganito. Babawasan natin ng isa. Magiging sine raised to 4x. Tapos, ngayon, yung binawas natin na isa, dito natin ilalagay. Ayan. Ayan. Para pag pinag-multiply mo, sin x times sin raised to 4, sin raised to 5. Okay. Tapos ngayon, ito, i-express natin as a cosine para magamit natin to as the du. Paano yun? So, you know that this one is equal to sine squared. x, tapos naka-quantity. Ayan. Okay, tapos ilagay lang natin yung value nito, which is 1 minus cosine squared x. Ayan. Tapos, i-expand lang natin ito. So, the expansion of this one will be 1 minus 2 cosine squared x plus cosine raised to 4 x. So, yun yung expansion nito, guys. And then, times cosine squared x times sine x dx. Okay, so meron tayong tatlong terms at itong ayan, i-distribute natin yan dito. Pati na rin yung integral sign. Ayan. So, distribute na natin. So, we have here cosine squared x sine x dx minus 2. Cosine squared times cosine squared. Magiging cosine raised to 4x sine x. Tapos, ito naman, magiging plus cosine integral of cosine raised to 6x sine x dx. Okay, so meron tayong tatlong terms at lahat to ay u raised to n. So you know that this one is cosine x quantity square, tapos ito yung derivative pero kulang ng negative because yung derivative ng cosine x ay negative sine x. So ngayon, pare-parehas naman yan. Ito ay u raised to 2, ito u raised to 4, ito u raised to 6. So, kung gagawin nating mag-u substitution tayo para mas tipid sa pagsulat, ito ay magiging negative u squared du plus 2 u raised to 4 du minus integral of u raised to 6 du. So ngayon, kung gusto nyo forman tayo, dito ko na lang ilalagay yung let. So let u be equal to cosine x. Du is equal to negative sine x dx. Okay, so meron tayo integrating factor na negative 1. Ayan, so pinalitan natin yung du ay yung sine x dx ng du at the same time yung negative 1, ito yun. Tapos ito naging positive, tapos ito naging negative. Pwede na tayo mag-integrate. At the same time, pwede din natin ilagay yung, pag nag-integrate na tayo, pwede na natin ilagay yung value ng u. We have negative cosine cubed x over 3. Paano nangyari yun? U squared. U cubed over 3. And then, plus 2 over 5 cosine raised to 5x. Actually guys, pwedeng ganito rin yung gawin nyo, no? Pero dito kasi, mas gusto ko na nakaayos na konti. And then dito, minus 1 over 7 cosine raised to 7x. Plus, so ito na guys yung sagot. So sa topic na to, marami yung nahihirapan kasi nakakabaan sila sa process. At nakakalito nga naman din talaga kasi mamali ka lang ng isang sign dito, anywhere, mamali ka na. Okay, so alam nyo na guys yung rule. So if m is odd and m is any number, babawasan lang natin to ng isa, tapos yung isa na yun, isa-segregate natin sa katabi ng dx kasi yun yung gagamitin natin yung du. Okay, so isa pang example. Okay, integral of ito siguro kahit cube na lang muna. Tapos ito, let's say 5 ay 4. Okay. So makikita nyo na yung angle natin ay 6x cube, 6x cube. Tapos naglagay tayo sa labas ng x squared. Kailangan yun para magamit natin yung formula. Tapos dahil yung x cubed, ang derivative nun ay 3x squared. X squared. So x squared kailangan talaga yan. So pag kinulang tayo ng square dito, ng second power, hindi natin magagamit yung formula. At hindi tayo makapag-integrate. So dito, since medyo complicated at medyo marami kang isasulat, so umpisa pa lang, pwede na tayong mag-let. O iba gamit tayo ng ibang variable. Let's say z. Let z be equal to 6x cubed. Okay. dz is equal to 18 x squared dx. Okay. Tapos, pag-multiply tayo, so 3 lang yun nandito. May integrating factor tayo na 1/18. Sige, buuin na natin, 1/18. So, we have here 1/18 times 3. Tapos, we have here sine cube, 6x cubed of cosine raised to 4 of 6x cubed. Tapos, dito, andito na yung 18 x squared dx. So ngayon, ang goal natin is mapasimple yung solution. So ito magiging 1/6 na. Okay, so applying the substitution here, we have sine cubed of z times cosine raised to 4 of z and then dz. Ayan, so mas madali na mag-integrate. Okay. So, m is a, then m is any number. Babawasan natin ito ng isa. Okay, so magiging sine squared. Okay. Tapos, ito yung isang binawas natin. Kinalpas. Okay. So, after that, so we have 1/6. So, walang nangyari sa 1/6. So, yung sine squared z, papalitan natin ng 1 minus cosine squared z. So, walang power, guys. Kasi ito yung sine squared z mismo. And then, we have cosine raised to 4z. And then, sine z dz. Distributing the terms, we have 1/6 times the integral of cosine raised to 4z sine z dz minus 1/6 times the integral of cosine raised to 6z sine z dz. Nakasya. Okay, so applying yung ginawa natin kanina, dito pwede tayo mag-let ng u. So, dahil naka-power formula yan lahat, ang u natin ay cosine z. Therefore, du is equal to negative sine z dz. So, ang may integrating factor tayo na negative 1. Kung mangyayari dyan, we have here negative 1 over 6 times the integral of u raised to 4 du. So, pag ginawa na natin u raised to 4 du, dapat naka-reflect na dito yung integrating factor. So, minus, plus na 1 over 6 times the integral of u raised to 6 du. So, ngayon, kaya iba yung variable na ginamit natin dito. Kasi mamaya mag-let ka dito, yun na naman, hindi pwede yun. Kailangan magkaibang variable. So, dito z, tas dito u. Kasi iba na yung nire-represent mo. So, kung u ka dyan, iba dapat dito. Okay, so we integrate this. So, we have 1 over 6 times u raised to 5 over 5 plus 1 over 6 times u raised to 7 over 7 plus c. So, substituting u. Okay, so yung u ay cosine squared z. Cosine z lang pala. So, we have here this one and then plus 1 over 42 u raised to 7 cosine raised to 7z plus c. So, hindi pa tapos yung sagot. Kasi z pa. Kapalitan pa natin. So, finally, the answer is 1 over 30 cosine raised to 5 of 6x cubed plus 1 over 42 cosine raised to 7 of 6x cubed plus c. Ayan, kailangan babalik tayo dun sa original variable na given. Okay. So, one last example for case 1. X raised to negative 1 over 5 times sine of ln x, ay ln 3x times, lagyan natin ang parenthesis to be safe. Ayan. So, yung angle natin is obviously ln 3x. Tapos, lagyan natin ng power. So, let's say we have here, actually, pwedeng umabot nga ng kung ilan yan eh. Sobrang haba na nung solution nun. So, let's say, sige, mag-raise to 7 tayo. Tapos, ito ay, ano lang, 4. Paano kung halimbawa equal sila? Parehas add. So, ngayon, mamimili ka na lang kung ano yung mas gusto mo. Kung yung sine ba o yung cosine yung... Parehas lang naman yung gagawin sa case 1 sa mga 2. Kahit di ba natin i-discuss yung case 2, yung case 2 naman, kakabtasan mo yung cosine, tas cosine yung ilalagay mo sa du. So, pag halimbawa ito ay, ano lang, cubed. So, parehas add, piliin mo yung mas madali. Obviously. So, ito, pipiliin ko. Pero since, for the sake of this example, na naka case 1 tayo, wag yan. Okay. So, dito mag-let tayo. Ibang variable ulit. Let's say z. So, dz is equal to 1 over 3x times 3 dx. So, we have x raised to negative 1 dx. So, meron tayong x raised to negative 1 dx. So, pwede na natin yan i-express as this one. Tapos, wala tayong integrating factor kasi sakto lang. So, we have here yung 1 over 5 constant yun. So, magiging sine raised to 7 ng z. And then, cosine squared z dz. Ayan. So, wala ng x, guys. Wala munang x. So, ngayon ito, Kakamusta natin ang isa. Sine raised to 6z cosine squared z. Tapos andito yung kinaltas natin na isa. Multiplication lahat yan, guys. Ngayon ito i-express natin as sine squared. Ayan. So take note, guys, no, that sine raised to 4x is not equal to 1 minus cosine raised to 4x. Wala pong ganun na identity. Huwag tayo mag-invento. Kaya yung mga gagawin natin, naka-express sa power ng sine squared x. Ay, katulad nito, 2 times 3 is 6. So, medyo mahirap lang yung magiging expansion niyan. Kaya mahaba talaga yung solution. Okay. Dito. So, 1 minus cosine squared z cube cosine squared z sine z dz. Okay, so you know from Pascal triangle, tapos ito yung x raised to 0. So ito yung a minus b raised to 0, a minus b quantity raised to 1, a minus b quantity square, a minus b quantity cube, tapos alternate yung sign. So positive, negative. Ayan. Tapos yung variable, so ito ay a cube, a squared, a, yung a pababa ng pababa hanggang doon, tapos yung b naman dito manggagaling b squared, b positive 1, b raised to 0. So bali yung expansion nito ay a cube minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus b cubed. So sa case na to, yung ating a ay positive 1, yung b ay negative cosine squared z. So expand na natin, guys. So be careful with the expansion. So we have 1 a cubed and then minus 3 a squared positive 1 times b. So yung b natin yung cosine squared z. And then plus 3a positive 1, then b squared, so that's cosine raised to 4z. And then finally we have minus b cubed, we have cosine raised to 6z. Ayan. And then we have cosine squared z sine z dz. Ayan, pwede na tayo mag-distribute. Meron tayong 4 na terms sa loob ng yung expansion na yon. We have cosine squared z sine c dz, and then minus integral of 3 over 5, pwede yung 3 na yon, and then times the integral of cosine raised to 4. Kasi guys, itong part na to, multiply natin yan isa-isa sa kanila. Pati yung 1 over 5 na nasa umpisa. So ito, yung pangalawang term, cosine raised to 4 sine z dz, and then itong isa, pangatlo, so plus 1 over 5 ulit, ay may 3. And then times the integral of, so cosine squared times cosine raised to 4, So that's cosine raised to 6 z sine z. And then finally, for the last term, we have minus 1 over 5. So that's lang yung 1 over 5, guys. And then ito, we have cosine raised to 8z sine z dz. So dito mag-left tayo. Power formula lahat yan. So that u be equal to cosine z. Du is negative sine z. Dz. So neutralize yung factor, negative 1. So mag-u substitution na tayo. We have negative 1 over 5 times the integral of u raised to 2 du plus 3 over 5 times the integral of u raised to 4 du minus 2 over 5 times the integral of u raised to 6 du. So plus 1 over 5 times the integral of u raised to 8 du. Okay, so integrating, tapos ilagay na rin natin yung value ng... Okay, so the answer for the first two term is this one, so negative 1 over 15 times cosine cubed of ln 3x, and then plus 3 times 15 25, okay, and then dito naka-raise to 5 na. Tapos dito naman sa third term, u raised to 6 du, so u raised to 7. Tapos ilagay na rin natin yung value ng angle. And then, finally, we have this one. Plus 1 over 45 cosine raised to 9 of ln 3x. And then, huwag kalimutan ang plus c. So, yan po yung sagot. So, ngayon, choice nyo guys kung gagamitin nyo yung technique na to na para mapashorten natin yung lahat ng sinusulat. Kasi imagine nyo lang ha, hindi kayo gumamit ng ganito. Lahat ng z dito ay ln 3x. So, baka hindi na magkasya sa papel. Tapos magkamali lang kayo ng sulat, mamali na lahat. Okay, so yun lang muna guys for this video. So next part is the case 2.